How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Lucid. We've seen that it's had a healthy pullback inside of the market. The messages have been coming in. Yo, Dre, have you seen what's happening with Lucid? What should we do? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to say this very clear here. I am not your financial advisor. I did tell you guys what my trading strategy was, and I do hold shares for the long term, so that's why I'm going to give you guys this update video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance, or what are some levels that we need to look out for, especially going into this week. And then we're going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. Are shorts still heavily vested in this play? Are they increasing their positions? We're going to be finding out. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution, where institutions loading up on shares on the Friday of Lucid. I feel this is very key because it can give us a bullish signal. And then when all of that is done, I'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more key details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Lucid. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $25.43, being up 0.04%. On the low, it tested $25.39, and then on the high, testing $25.66. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 26.634 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 55.788 million shares. So you can see, even though we did have below average volume on the day, we see Lucid still was able to maintain itself fairly well. So when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 62.76. And when we take a look at the moving averages on the chart, you can see we have strength above all of them, which is a 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as a 21-day EMA. So we did end up seeing a high here of $28.24 on the 22nd. So this was definitely great to see, but we can see it's kind of cooling off a little bit. And you know what? This is actually warranted. This stock literally made a big time move, coming down low levels all the way at the $16 range. And this is where I was telling you guys, hey, wait for the dip. You're able to buy in, and you've been enjoying quite the run up. So now that we're seeing this pullback, and what we want to see are areas of support. So you want to see, preferably, seeing how well it could hold up around $25. If $25 doesn't hold, you can see we have a little bit of a gap here. So we want to see it actually hold support at 24. You can see on the Friday, we also did test $24.39, and we were able to recover. And you can see we had some resistance right here at $25.66. So with all that said, hey, we could definitely look forward to seeing a move testing 26. And this will be a key area for Lucid, because if it's able to actually get past it, then we could see some momentum with some buying volume. But if it's not able to actually do this, then it could easily pull back to 24, and that's where we're going to want to see some strength. And if it decides to actually build support and consolidate right here at this $24 level, I think that is a really good look. So when we get a next catalyst, we could look forward to seeing a move to the upside and going back to challenging these areas of resistance and so on. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for Lucid. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 5.7 million, updated 18 minutes ago, and the short borrow fee rate is at 1.09%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 22nd, it was at 52.68, and then the close for the 23rd being at 38.46, and then the close for last week Friday being at 36.12. So we definitely do see a downtrend there when it comes to the short volume ratio, but one thing is, we still have short squeeze potential in Lucid. Normally we tend to look for stocks that have 21% or higher, and Lucid still fulfills that criteria. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens going into Monday, and especially for the rest of the week. And if we end up having a strong catalyst that comes through, we can look forward to seeing the momentum actually come back into the stock. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Lucid. So we can see here on the inflow, it's 149, and then on the outflow, it's 163. When we take a look at the breakdown on the large, it is 1.83. On the medium, it is 104, and then on the small, it is 43.27. When we take a look at the outflow side, it's 163, and on the large, it is 4.76, and then on the medium, it was 112, and then on the small, it was 46.22. So just taking a look at that breakdown very quickly, we could clearly see there was a lot of profit taking here because we ended up having a surplus of outflows on the small, as well as on the medium, and as well as on the large. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for September the 24th, which was a Friday, being at 2.93 million. And this is of no surprise whatsoever. Lucid was seeing a lot of momentum. This stock literally ran up from $16 all the way to $28. So all the profit taking and all of the selling, that is natural. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go into some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Lucid, as far as the pullback is concerned, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I think it is very healthy. This stock had quite the run, so all of the profit taking that is going on amongst traders and as well as institutions is something that we should not be surprised about. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it is actually really good to see as far as for the short volume ratio, it has been decreasing. So what this tells us as far as for the overall market sentiment for Lucid, it is very positive. So as far as for the swing trading update, yes, I did end up taking some profits on Lucid, but I still have some shares for the long term. And as far as what the technical setup is actually looking like, most preferably, I would love for us to consolidate and build support at $25, but we could easily pull back and have that support actually being built right at $24. Either case scenario, I think still makes Lucid look really good because we have more catalysts that are going to be coming for this year, and this stock can easily make further moves from where it's currently at. So with all of that said, just know if you're going to be inside of this play, do your homework, do your due diligence, be prepared for all of the volatility. I feel the people who are not prepared for the volatility are usually the ones that are panicking, like, why is it pulling back? Why are people selling? Do they not realize what kind of company this is? Again, you hear it everywhere. You just need to be aware this is a growth stock. I want to emphasize this. And then also, unfortunately, back in year 2020, stocks were known for just moving up and it just kept going up. Now in year 2021, we have to put things in perspective. 2020 was a big time bull market. We are still in the bull market right now, but stocks are just not moving the same. And again, that's all a part of the journey when it comes to investing in the stock market. And if you see the stock ends up being at a particular price where you could add to your position, then by all means go for it and do that and feel confident about it. If you're just going to be trading off of these fluctuations, then of course, as far as what's going on in the short term, that's going to be of concern for you. And this is why I always emphasize protecting your profits. And if you didn't have the opportunity to protect some profits, then you might want to consider it, especially if your game plan is short term. I want to make sure I emphasize that. You just don't want to be riding the elevator up and down. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll be talking real soon.